got that there? Where you got that?
Yeah. Well, God,
See
to
what's
try to run something down
all
that
about
don't
love.
work.
What love is. So that'll be for
Back hard,
today.
you should.
I would like to call to order the Tuesday, February 17th meeting of the Danville City Council. Madam Clerk, roll call to establish a quorum, please.
Mayor Ricky Williams Jr.,
Present.
Vice Mayor Eve Ludwig,
Present.
Alderman John Cooper, Doug Arns,
Here.
Jaleel Jones,
Here.
Tricia Teague,
Present.
Sherry Pickering,
Here.
Rick Streebing,
Here.
Mike Poore,
Present.
Mike O'Kane, Barry Johnson,
Present.
Tom Hightower,
Here.
James Pichard,
Present.
Carolyn DeToy,
Present.
Ed Butler,
Present.
13 present.
13 present. At this time, we will have the invocation led by Stephanie Spangler from the Second Church of Christ, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance led by Alderman DeToy. Please rise.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for these city leaders and for their dedication to serve us. And Lord, we ask that you would guide these council members in making good decisions tonight. Help them to listen with care, to speak with boldness, and to always find common ground. We ask for your wisdom to fill each member. Would you grant them discernment to solve problems and to distinguish right from wrong? We ask that you would guard them from temptation, and may they work together in unity to make this city a better place for all. Please guide their decisions to bring prosperity, stability, and peace to our community. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you both very much. You also have before you this evening the minutes of the February 4th meeting. Is there a motion to approve those?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion or debate? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Same sign. Thank you very much. You also have an agenda for this evening. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion or debate? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Same sign. Thank you very much. Now for my report. We do not have any proclamations or board committee or personnel appointments this evening. Are there any reports of boards, agencies, or commissions? All right. Items of information. First, a bit of sadness. If you could, please keep Corporation Counsel Parker and his family in your prayers. Unfortunately, he lost his son, Lucas, this past week. So please do remember them. And we thank our Assistant Corporation Counsel, Rich Dallenberg, for being here with us this evening. A couple of other items. Want to let you know that our engineering is working on reviews of the most recent riverfront update that we got, and they'll have that for you soon. I know that you'd asked about that, Alderwoman Teague. And City Hall, new updates. We just got those yesterday. We need to review those and then hopefully be bringing forth some other additional items for your consideration as well. Just wanted to also congratulate Ms. Kelly on her new appointment to the Veterans Commission. Hopefully that'll be a great fit for you as a veteran. I know that you can understand and commiserate some of the things they go to, so wish you the best there. Madam Clerk, at this time, do we have any petitions, communications, or audience comments?
Oh, we do. When I call your name, you please come to the podium. You'll have 3 minutes to speak. I have Sabrina Kelly regarding community events.
Good evening. I just wanted to shout out to a couple of things that I've noticed that are going well in the community. I want to say thank you to Tricia Teague for her town hall. I think it was really, really productive and really a good thing to have, and I think I'd like to see that continue in all wards. So I think that's really good. Thank you. Also, I really want to thank the city for helping with the Chris Rule Mass Transit. As a person who did not have transportation for a year and a half, Chris Rule Mass Transit is something that I used. So thank you very much. I really appreciate being able to see, the city come together to help all of Vermilion County, which I think is amazing. I also want to shout out to the Public Works committee, because I saw them out there at midnight. I had an emergency in the middle of the night, and I saw them out there at midnight pushing the snow a couple weeks ago. So I wanted to say thank you for that. I also wanted to say thank you for the folks showing up for the gun violence prevention events with the youth. Chief Yates, the mayor, Tricia Teague, Ed Butler, and John Cooper. I will say that there are some that I consistently do not see. And I know that there are some that have family obligations and already do things in their wards as needed. There are some I consistently do not see, though. And I would like to see more of those people come and show up for our youth, because they're trying to make a difference, and we need leaders to lead them in the right path. The last thing I want to say is that while I can appreciate that other countries need our assistance, such as the Dominican Republic, those same people are trying to come here to our country for assistance, and we're against immigration. Well, Danville's against immigration, however that works. And but we can go to other communities out of the country to help them rather than helping us here. So I'm not too happy about that, but I hope that we can see some of those things happening in Danville versus going overseas. Also, the last thing I meant to shout out as well was that I saw that it was the mayor's birthday, and so happy belated birthday. And also, I thought it was awesome to see you out in the community for your birthday. I think that's awesome to share that, share your birthday with the community. So that's all I've got to say tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly.
Diana Schultz of Danville regarding semi-trucks.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the council. I'm going to pass out either side a picture, because unfortunately there's not a screen for me to show.
Okay.
So I live out in the area near the Sigma facility, and I'm looking for some help. Alderman Teague is very responsive, and last fall I know talked with Chief Yates about patrolling out there near that facility. Unfortunately, what happens on a very routine basis is that the semi-trucks park in the southbound lanes of County Road 2100E, and they completely block the southbound lanes. They do that for a number of hours, and once they're allowed to go into the facility. Additionally, some semi-drivers, I guess, believe that it's okay, and then they block the northbound lanes. So they completely block 2100 East Road. So I routinely would take Lynch Road exit, go south, and then go by that facility to go home. So I'm blocked from going home. Additionally, one evening, I pulled up thinking that the truck in front of me in the northbound lane would turn into the facility quickly, and they didn't, and another semi pulled behind me and completely blocked me in there. This has been going on, I hear, for a number of years. I just moved back to the area a couple of years ago. I've tried to work it in a different way, but I'm really, really looking for your help to try to alleviate or eliminate this situation. And in my opinion, Sigma should help. It shouldn't be the police department's role to go out there and have to patrol that all the time. They should have some kind of a system where the drivers stage. I've been told it's to stage over at Lynch Road and Main Street at the truck stop there. I don't know if that's true or not. And additionally, my other concern is, what if an emergency vehicle needs to get through there? And I voiced that some time ago before I'd even moved back to the area, and the Lynch Fire Protection District chief at that time said he had given up. So I'm back, I'm in town, and I'm going to bring it up every meeting, and I'm not going to give up, because it's very, very frustrating. I don't think you'd like it if you go home and you couldn't get home and you got to turn around, or you get blocked in by semis. So I'm just looking for some help with this. Thank you very much for hearing me.
Thank you.
Karen Schilt of Danville regarding warehouses.
Good evening, Your Honor and alder people. I apologize right up front. I'm between cataract surgery and an eyeglass prescription that works. So I hope I can read this. And it's a bit stumbly. I don't know if you all saw 60 Minutes Sunday. They had a segment on 3 survivors of Mauthausen concentration camp. We were there last fall. We heard the story of those 3 babies that survived the concentration camp. Of the 90,000 people that died at Mauthausen, only 2,000 were Jews. In our country, we mostly think of the concentration camps were concentrating Jews and exterminating Jews. 90,000 people, 2,000 Jews. When people are dehumanized, anything is justifiable, and the Nazi concentration camps certainly demonstrated the horrors that humans can inflict on each other. Why is this relevant today? Customs and Border Protection is dehumanizing immigrants, legal, and those in the process of trying to become legal, people of color, and anyone who raises a concern about their tactics or criticizes this administration. You've seen the brutality, you've seen the assaults, you've seen the property damage, you've seen the murders by federal agents of our citizens. There have been 20,000 plus lawsuits for unlawful behaviors. 4,400 of them have been settled and found federal officers are breaking the law. There are now 68,000 men, women, and children and babies detained. They have moldy, crappy, or no food. They're overcrowded. They have no privacy. They have inadequate sleeping facilities. They have no access to hygiene and no medical care. People are suffering and dying. And you know that the brutality that occurs in plain sight from federal officers, you can imagine what is happening with no oversight behind closed doors. The CBP is planning $38.3 billion on warehouses to detain more people. Even that process is fraudulent. They just bought a warehouse in Georgia for $128 million. 2 years ago, the same warehouse cost $29 million. Now, I'm not arguing about prices. I'm telling you that I find the practice abhorrent as well as fraudulent. The for-profit companies that are running these detention centers only make money if there are people in them. You remember the poem, they came for the Jews and I didn't speak up because I wasn't Jewish. And they came for the socialists and I didn't speak up because I wasn't a socialist. And when they came for me, who was left to speak? No one. So they are coming now for immigrants. We have to speak up even if we're not immigrants. They're coming for people of color. And white people need to speak up because this is not okay.
Thank you, Mrs. Shield. I'm sorry your time is.
Yes, I want to ask you not to sell a warehouse or a facility to use as a warehouse to federal agents in this community. Silence is consent. Thanks.
Thank you, Mrs. Shield.
Deontay Brooks.
Good evening. Thank y'all for listening to me this evening. Got a little bit of hair cold. Tested negative for COVID, so I'm okay. I used to live on the border. I used to live in Tucson, Arizona. The border's always been a concern, but I think we need to focus on things that are primarily Vermilion County. We need jobs. We need better education. That's what we need. I don't live on the border currently. I live in Illinois. Yes, do we have immigrants in our communities? Yes, we do. And we need to make sure that they have housing and we need to make sure they have education. That's where our focus needs to be on. We need to make sure our college is funded. We need to make sure that our schools are funded. What's going on the border, I can't do nothing on the federal level. But right here in Vermilion County and right here in Danville and Tilton and our surrounding areas, that's where I think we need to keep our focus on so we can take care of our citizens. And I'll leave y'all at that.
Thank you, Mr. Brooks.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to address the council this evening? All right, thank you very much. You have before you, if there be no objection, since they're pertaining to the same items, unless Administrator Cronk would advise otherwise, I would entertain a motion to take items 8A and 8B together. Item 8A is an ordinance amending Chapter 150.3 of City Code for updates to regulations on storage container and dog kennel operator. Item 8B is an ordinance amending Chapter 150.10 of City Code for update of dog kennel operator and commercial vehicle definitions. Is there a motion and a second to do so?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Administrator Cronk, would you just please provide a brief overview?
Yeah. So these are administrative cleanup items to our zoning code. Mostly these are problems that have arose through the litigation process, either at our municipal level, and actually the dog breeders and kennel amendment that you're seeing here was a recommendation by the animal department. One of the deputies is having a hard time prosecuting due to the lack of clarity in our zoning code on kennels in residential areas. So they're out there, we got a complaint, and this is how we were addressing it. The storage containers items, we had a local business that was truly suffering due to the constraint of 30 days. So we wanted to try to accommodate them to the best of our ability. And with a trade-off. So 30-day limitation increased to 90 days with the trade-off of they have to be in good condition and appealing to the eye. And then finally was for the definition of commercial vehicles. We have had several of these go through court, I believe, in the past year. And we wanted to become consistent with the rest of the municipalities in Illinois. Our original code reads 12,000 pounds. We're proposing to bring that down to 10,000 pounds. And yeah, that summarizes it.
Does anyone have any questions for yes, Alderman Cooper?
What do you consider a temporary storage container?
Yeah, so a good definition is either the My Box that you'll see around town, or a shipping container is quite common. Something that can be temporarily moved very easily.
Okay.
And its primary purpose is for storage.
For storage, yes.
So business can, that's good.
Alderman Arns.
Mayor, just on behalf of Alderman Johnson, myself, would like to recognize Connie and Dale Carton, the owners of My Box. And part of the discussions that we had were some of the things that are coming up. And if anybody's done a home improvement project or anything else, not much happens in 30 days when you're dealing with contractors and such. So I appreciate everyone's consideration and consideration of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Any further discussion or debate? Roll call vote on items 8A and B, please.
Alderman Butler,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Pashard,
Yes.
Hightower,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
13 yes.
13 yes, the motion carries. Item 8C is an ordinance amending zoning ordinance and accompanying map from 109 South Jefferson Street. Is there a motion to dispense with the reading and for its approval?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion or debate? Yes, Alderman T.
Just a question as to why the zoning change.
Yeah, so this is a part of the Long John Silver's redevelopment. And there's one final parcel that is not commercially zoned, and that is this 109 Jefferson. It is residentially zoned.
Any further discussion or debate? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman DeToy,
Yes.
Pashard,
Yes.
Hightower, Johnson,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
13 yes.
13 yes, the motion carries. Item 9, approval of payrolls. You have before you the payrolls of February 6th and February 13th, 2026. Is there a motion to approve those?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion or debate? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Pashard,
Yes.
Hightower,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Detoy,
Yes.
13 yes.
13 yes, the motion carries. You also have before you the vouchers payable. Is there a motion to approve those for February 10th and February 17th, 2026?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion or debate? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Hightower,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns, Cooper,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Detoy,
Yes.
Pashard,
Yes.
13 yes.
13 yes, the motion carries. At this time, we will receive our Public Works Committee report. Chairman Poor.
Thank you, Mayor. There's no objection. I'd like to take 11A and B together. They both deal with the recent acquisition of the Danville Rural Transit buses, and B is an agreement for maintaining those said buses. So if there's no objection, move to dispense with reading, ask for approval, and I'll need a second.
Second.
Questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Johnson,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Detoy,
Yes.
Pashard,
Yes.
Hightower,
Yes.
13 yes.
13 yes, thank you. 11C is an ordinance authorizing the purchase of real property and amending the fiscal year 25-26 Fund 310 budget. Move to dispense reading, ask for approval, and need a second.
Second.
Questions? Alderman Arns.
Maybe it was touched on, I missed it, missed the meeting in Public Works. Why are we buying the vacant lots? Understand the houses.
Yeah. The vacant lots, a good majority of them are covered within a block or 2 block area of the East Main Street corridor. So following the East Main Street corridor plan and trying to keep the area cleaned up. And so most of them, others, the sporadic addresses that aren't within the block or 2 radius are areas where we're seeking either redevelopment or infrastructure reduction.
Other questions? Alderman Cooper.
And probably a lot of these are gonna have to be demoed anyway, I'm sure. Is that gonna affect what's currently on the list, be demoed? It isn't pushing any of them back.
No. Most of the demo lists that you'll currently see are condemnation orders. This is essentially refilling the hopper for the CDBG grant fund. They need to be city-owned to utilize those dollars. Most of these will qualify for that grant to be demolished. So no, it will not impact at all the current demolition list.
Anyone else? Roll call, please, on 11C.
Alderman Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns, Cooper,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Detoy,
Yes.
Pashard,
Yes.
Hightower,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
13 yes.
13 yes, thank you. 11D is a resolution approving an agreement between the City of Danville and Refit Properties LLC. Move to dispense with reading, ask for your approval, need a second.
Second.
Okay, Alderman Cooper.
What happened?
Out of the sensitive nature of it, I won't be able to disclose the finer details, but the current developer of the homes was unable to complete the build out of the homes. Where, as you see them sitting now, is as far as he was able to take them in his current circumstances. So we worked hard with all parties involved, and we're able to find a local contractor, which is Refit Properties or Refit Construction, and it is their intent to finish them out all of the way.
And Alderman Cooper, they're the ones who constructed the building for us at Friendly Town, and also have a strong reputation in the county for getting things done.
Alderman Arns.
And I anticipated that somewhat. I guess the question is there another agreement that has been approved somewhere else between those parties? Because I guess my question is are we certain there's no way liens can be placed against these? And I guess I was hoping for some different language. It looks pretty much like the same agreement.
It is
we
the
did
same.
with the other agreements.
Yeah.
It seems like we should update it to reflect there's 4 structures that are already at a
Yeah.
certain state. It can't go backwards. It has to go forwards. It just seems like there's some things there that for protection and due diligence.
Yeah. And I don't know if Assistant Corporation Counsel can help me out here. He helped me review on the transferability of this. Is there
It contains this.
Alderman, it has the same protections against those things that it did with the original developer. And as for your question about an agreement between the prior developer and the one who's seeking to take this over, I can't really speak to it, but I think there's probably a court watching over any transfer of assets or liabilities between the two parties. So I don't think that should be any sort of issue. But again, speaking to as to whether liens can be placed on the property, I don't think that should be a problem. That's all covered in the contract as it was originally drafted. And the new developer is just stepping into the old developer's shoes.
I would also note that one of the houses is actually under contract and another one is on contingency.
Well, I just want to make sure that if there is, obviously there's some type of agreement between those two parties.
Mm-hmm.
Someone has taken over someone else's assets. And not seeing that and not knowing that both of those parties have signed off on us transferring our rights, I just want to make sure that if something happens, because the language in this agreement suggests that we will make them whole if there is some other problem. And I don't want a lien holder or someone else out there. I saw the ability to transfer that, not being able to transfer this agreement to another party without our permission. I understand that. But I think it's a unique situation that we've got homes that are in some stage of construction. And I certainly wouldn't want someone to be able to come in, and I'm not suggesting this firm would do that. I don't mean that in any way. No one knows what the future holds. And if there's a lien holder or someone else, wherever those supplies came from, have not been paid, these are not public properties in the sense that they can be exempt from liens because they're not for a public purpose and it's not our money. So I don't know any legal way anyone could stop an individual from placing a lien on these properties if that's where the lumber was bought and used. So I would hope that we would at least have lien waivers from all of their suppliers up to this point and some kind of an agreement between those two parties as to how that is. And if there's a third-party mortgage holder or other third-party money or court, I would think that would be recognized as part of the agreement. So I don't know how big of a hurry this is to get it pushed through. I understand they've been sitting for a little bit. Unfortunately, it's not the best construction season right now, but it just seems like with these already in process, our own document references 2 houses. Well, there's already 4 there, and they all 4 have to get done.
Yeah.
And so that was my question.
Yep, and it's very valid. We've been working through that exact thing on this. Now, I know it doesn't say it in this contractually right here, and I won't speak for the developer that this would be transferring to. I don't think he would have an issue of signing some legal language of transfer is null and void if there are any liens that come up in the title search. But I will tell you for comfort tonight is that the lien waivers have been signed over on this, on these 4 properties. So you'll have comfort knowing that. I don't know if you can put it in tonight that there can be language added to this contract in regards to these lien waivers. I don't know if that's feasible.
Well, if we have the lien waivers, I think that would is that satisfy?
Well, honestly, I'm not an attorney, so I don't. Lien waivers are good for materials. That's great, but if there was labor involved, I just don't know enough about it to offer an intelligent thought. I've seen messes come from when these get moved and everything hasn't been clarified. We all want to see the same end result, no question.
It is unfortunate. He mentioned timeline. after consideration tonight, they were intending to close on this. I just want to make that transparently known.
And for clarification, close on what?
The acquisition of the 4 homes.
From the other party?
Correct.
With the knowledge that we have the lien waivers, I would recommend that we move forward.
Okay.
With a vote, Chairman, if acceptable.
Do we know how much those total? Do we have an amount?
No, I can't. I don't have that tonight, no.
There is a motion and a second on the floor. Alderman Arns.
Like I said, I can't come up with all the scenarios where something could go wrong in a transfer or what have you. I just know there's 4 partially finished buildings there. And unfortunately, we've seen sometimes when buildings change hands, and I do not have any concern with this entity, but if someone gets in there and steals everything, and there happened to be a lien on something we weren't aware of, and was there an affidavit signed that was in total all liens that could exist?
No.
Well, the bottom line is the city has protection either way it goes. If they don't fulfill the obligations and the property returns to us, if we choose to take it. So I mean, there's that, which also protects the city of Danville as well.
Does it? With the language in the end where we will cure and remedy any title issues? Because that's what this would be.
It said we cured and remedied any tiny issues before we transferred the property over to them.
That's what I'm saying is we can't cure an issue we didn't create.
Well, the contract also says that the developer agrees to indemnify the city and hold them harmless from any sort of malfeasance, basically. And this new developer would be stepping into the contract and taking over that obligation.
Alderman Teague.
I think that Alderman Arns does present some valid questions, and my question, I think, actually is probably for Alderman Arns. What would make this I don't want to say make you comfortable, but I can't come up with better language.
I guess what I would have hoped for was something where they have acknowledged to us in writing that they are aware of all factors and agree and accept those.
The new developer.
The new developer. You know,
and
I don't know how stuff was paid for. I don't know if everything you see down there has already been paid for. And we have all the lien waivers. Like I said, if there was something of an affidavit that stated there can be no existence of other lien waivers because we haven't used any other suppliers or no other vendors, then it would seem that aspect of it's covered.
The things that Alderman Arns has brought up do give me pause. Again, I also concur with him. I'm not an attorney, so I don't know what the remedy is or would be or should be. Where did you see the language on the 2 houses? I've been looking for that.
That's the in the first whereases.
Okay. So not in the actual contract, but in the
That's my recollection anyway.
Oh, you're correct. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I can concur that there's the things that Alderman Arns brought up does cause me some discomfort, but I do not know what I cannot suggest a resolution that would make me more comfortable. I don't have any suggestions there on language.
Alderman Butler.
Yes, I also concur with with Doug too, and within the language, if it doesn't fall through, and then we retrieve the homes, and then there is a a lien or a lawsuit in dealing with workers or dealing with the materials, will we be liable for that as well?
No.
Assistant Corporation, oh, go ahead.
No. It would have to be by the city's choice to recapture the property. So we wouldn't be recapturing a property with a lien on it at that time. Now, we would still have the headache of having homes that are not finished, but we would likely still have that regardless in this situation. No, the city would not be liable for taking a property and having a lien that has a lien filed against it.
But if I can, Mayor.
Go ahead.
Or Chairman, I'm sorry. But for clarification, if there's a lien on it from a prior owner, when we go to transfer it, we don't have a clean title.
Correct. Yeah, then we do.
And then we have to cure that.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean we have to pay it, but if the first party's not willing to pay it, somebody's got to clean it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or it stays as an unproductive property. Correct.
Alderman Cooper?
After hearing the concerns, Logan, I mean, what's your suggestion? Now, you deal with this a lot. What would you do to remedy this?
I would rely on our corporation counsel. I believe that he feels comfortable proceeding with limited liability. I think if you're asking for my opinion, which I believe you have, is what I just stated, is if these homes do not truly get completed, we have a problem regardless. We have 4 freshly constructed homes that are sitting vacant. Now they will go through the lien and tax cleaning process, like all of our unproductive properties in the city of Danville, through the Vermilion County trustee process, unless those taxes are redeemed by somebody else. So they will get cleaned eventually. It just takes years, like all the rest of the unproductive properties. It takes 4 years for that to happen.
What if we tabled this for 2 weeks? Would that would that kill it? Or
Yeah, that would be detrimental to the project. They're wanting to
kill it.
Yeah, they're wanting to finish this acquisition by hopefully this Friday.
Alderman Teague?
And then, in my understanding, just in the language, that if there is a title issue, then the city bears the cost of cleaning the titles, correct? Am I misunderstanding
No.
what 4B says? The city shall provide the developer with title commitments issued by a recognized title company within Vermilion County, and the city shall bear all costs of issuing each such title commitment.
So that was on the initial. Assistant Corporation Counsel, you're going to say something?
No, I was going to wait until.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. That was on the initial transfer, and I would shoot it to you.
Well, look at it this way. If there are liens to be put on that property, they're going to go on there regardless of how you vote tonight, one way or the other. You've got a developer that's ready to take it over and finish out the project. And the end goal for that developer is to sell those properties to someone else. They will not be able to transfer those properties to anyone else without those liens being paid one way or the other. So that's not going to get sent back down to the city. If it comes to where those liens are causing us problems again, which I don't anticipate, then there's some other problem that's compounding there as well. So eventually, if there are liens, they'll get taken care of by either a bona fide purchaser of the property once it's completed, or by the developer themselves, because they're going to want to make that property marketable with free and clear title.
Alderman Teague?
Section B says, the city shall convey all parcels of this agreement by quitclaim deed, free and clear of any liens and encumbrances. To the extent any such liens or encumbrances exist on any one or more of said parcels, the city shall, at its cost and expense, take such actions as are necessary in order to remove any such liens or encumbrances. So, understanding what you just said, that if somebody decides to put a lien on the property, then those liens will get cured. But the language here that goes to the developer says that it's our responsibility and it's our cost, and not the cost, and that the money is not coming from the sale, because that's what the language of our contract says. So what would keep the developer from saying that it's our responsibility if there is a lien? Especially since that's our contract.
That's how I interpreted it as well. concern.
And then it goes on to give 45 days and 21 days in terms of resolutions. This is in D, city obligations, item number 4. B, well, there's 2 Bs. It's the second B. So the first thing that I read was in the first B, and then the second thing I read was in the second B.
Logan, am I correct? Those parcels have already been conveyed to the developer.
Correct.
All of this language was to deal with any liens or encumbrances that were in the property when they were in the city's possession. They are no longer in the city's possession.
Correct.
They are in the possession of the developers.
Yes.
So all of that language doesn't apply anymore because all of that has already been done as part of the city's obligations.
Alderman Arms?
If they've been already conveyed to the existing developer, why do we need to take any action?
The original.
We have a clause. Yeah, we have a clause in the prior redevelopment agreement that states it cannot be conveyed without city approval.
If you've already conveyed it, there's nothing, that's no longer relevant.
I'll reread it.
It says that if they try to convey it to anyone else, that we have to approve it. Either they have to fulfill the obligation, or we, if they want to convey it to someone else, Alderman, then you have to approve it. That's why it's coming before you this evening.
HA under assignment.
And that's understandable, but I would think the agreement would read differently, and we would have removed these responsibilities of us correcting titles, and that would be the sole responsibility of the existing developer. We're simply approving the fact that they've changed ownership. Because if we've already conveyed it to the other owner, we should not be incurring liability with the new owner.
Well, the assignment of the contract is the contract as a whole. Those other parts were already in there, but they've become moot now. I mean, you're correct. We could have taken those out, but it shouldn't make any difference in the overall.
Assistant Corporation Counsel, what could we could actually, someone could make an amendment to strike that provision from the contract, and then if it's seconded, we could amend the amend it and then approve it as amended, so that is not it, that language isn't there anymore.
I don't think that would change any of the rest of the contract.
You concur, Logan?
Oh yeah, I'll take his advice on this one.
Okay, Alderman Ards?
I'm not opposed to that. If
No, I mean, do you want to amend it? Do you want to make?
council feels that is adequate, I'm still somewhat concerned, but I'm not. I recognize we all want the thing to move forward and get fixed.
Those paragraphs, if they were removed, since those were cities' obligations prior to the transfer to the developer originally, and we've already done that, I don't think we've got any further obligations underneath those particular paragraphs.
Because it does say in that it's obligations regarding parcels. Right, and the parcel's already been transferred, so.
Correct.
I would so move to amend the agreement to strike all references to city responsibilities as it relates to curing any liens or insufficient title.
Second.
And so that would be under F, B, in the events of default, where it eliminates by the city, right?
Yes.
I defer to council.
Okay. I'm just.
If just the way that Alderman Arends motioned it, that would remove it from anywhere. So if it happens to be in any other location, it would be removed too. So I think that the motion.
Okay, the motion's been made to amend 11D, striking any responsibility of the city in the language of the new contract. Been moved and seconded. Need a roll call, please.
Just for clarity, this is on the amendment
On the
to
amendment.
strike those only. It's not for the total agreement.
Alderman Butler,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Pishard,
Yes.
Hightower,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
O'Kane, Poor,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
13 yes.
13 yes, the amendment passes. We'll now vote on 11D amended. I need a, do we need a motion a second? No. Roll call, please.
Alderman Pickering,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Pashard,
Yes.
Hightower,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
13 yes.
13 yes, thank you. 11E is a resolution approving a supplemental resolution appropriating MFT funds. Move to dispense with reading and ask for your approval. Need a second.
Second.
Questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns, Cooper,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Pashard,
Yes.
Hightower,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
13 yes.
13 yes, thank you. Mayor, there are no items of information, so that concludes our report.
Thank you, Chairman Poor. At this time, we will receive our Public Services Committee report. Chairman Streaming.
Yeah, glad to be back.
Glad to be back.
Don't really have anything for you tonight except February 24th, we will meet here in these chambers at 6 p.m. I don't know if anybody from the committee has any items of information, or do you have anything for us this evening, dear? No, nothing? Okay. Any information? That concludes our report, Mayor.
Thank you, Chairman Streaming. Any items of information for the good of the cause? Yes, Alderman Teague.
I just want to comment on Ms. Schultz, the situation that she brought up as it relates to the trucks and Sigma. Last fall, when she initially contacted me, I was in regular communication with Chief Yates on this issue. And it went on for quite some time, and I know Chief Yates did take action on multiple occasions to resolve this, and we thought it was resolved, but obviously it's not complete, or it's back. But there were multiple times when either I heard from her or I just drove out there myself, and I know that's always the pattern that I had seen was it's always after a specific time of day. I can't remember now because it's been a while. I can't remember the time, but there were times that I would leave a meeting, and then drive out there to see if there were trucks parked. And I know that I went out there at least 4, 5, 6 times just to spot check. And then there were times that I was immediately like texting Chief and safely pulled over on the side of the road, texting Chief from the car pictures of what I saw. So this is a major concern, and also my understanding from, I believe it was from Chief Yates, was that there have already been instances where emergency responders could not get through because the road had been blocked. So it's not just speculation that there could be an instance that has already occurred. And so it's definitely an issue worth resolving, and I look forward to hearing whatever the resolution is for once and for all.
Thank you. Chief and I will reach out and we'll.
If I may, on that,
Chief.
This is a continual maintenance issue. A lot of the problems are, I had the belief that many of these drivers are the same drivers, that this is within a regular route. After we escalated that all the way up to, I believe, the site manager, and we've had problems with, one time is a dispatch issue, is a messaging issue. We take enforcement action, it clears it up for a bit. It's just a constant maintenance that we have to maintain. While the conversation was, there's no doubt in my mind that it's not legitimately going on right now. While she was speaking in front of y'all in public comment, I sent out an email to our command staff. We're going to have to address this again, report back to me by such and such date with where we're at. So I get it. I understand it. It's not something that you give up on because it's just constantly, you just have to maintain it. Just like anything else, because you're constantly having a new rotation of drivers. You're having new rotation of dispatchers. You're having new rotation of, maybe supervisors. So it's just a constant maintenance that we have to maintain.
And I'll also add, there is clear signage on both sides of the road. So it's not that putting signs up or something like that would resolve this issue, because the signage is already present.
Absolutely right.
I can attest that we put signs up at least 3 or 4 times. This has been going on for 15 to 20 years. One thing that I would suggest perhaps engineering take a look at, I could never get agreement in that realm, but it'd be a lot better for everybody if we would just let them stage on the main drag and not let them turn the corner and get onto the south road. There's some areas where there's pull-offs where it was designed for new entrances and things of that nature. My history was it was typically 10 to 15 trucks, and there's space out there to stage them where you still have turning lanes and other things to get them by. But then if they turn that corner and go to the road south, they should get nailed with tickets. And we put signs up, and that signs would get torn down. So I mean, this dance has been going on for 15 plus years.
Thank you. Yes,
I know for a fact this was addressed about 3.5 years ago. There were a lot of trucks parked all up and down there, throwing their garbage out and doing all kinds of things. And I know our department was on it, and it's just an ongoing thing that's. I'm not sure there really is a good solution because of changes of people and people who drive. It's a dangerous situation, and I know those who work at FiberTech, well, it was FiberTech, would have a hard time getting to work, and I know that Chief was on that, and I'm sure that's about the time all the signs went up, and it seemed like it got better, didn't you think, Chief? For a while, it got better, and and I did the same thing. Drive out of an evening to see, and there was a lot more than 10 or 15 trucks. There was, they'd be sleeping there, So it is a situation that needs to be solved, but I'm not real sure if it's solvable.
We'll find a way. We'll find a way. Any other items?
I had one. I know some time ago I brought up an issue about my concern of having invocations at this meeting but not having them at other meetings. I've not heard formally any response to that request or that idea, and I would like to have a response to it one way or another.
Alderman, absolutely. I will look into it more. I will look into it formally. Just from my quick recollection, I believe that ordinance spells out how our meetings are structured. So I do believe we would probably have to change an ordinance to change how it's structured. But we will have Corporation Counsel look into that, and we'll get back to you officially.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. There's one item of information that I forgot to mention to you earlier. Another bit of sadness. For those of you who knew him, Dave Schrader passed away this past week. He was a longtime leader of the Danville Municipal Band, the Vermilion Festival Chorus. Man, he was one of our accompanists when I was in high school. That man has done so much for music in this community for a long, long time, and he will be sorely missed, and our thoughts and our hearts and prayers are with those who loved him. So I wanted to make sure that I thank you, Chairman, for reminding me of that. Also, one item.
Visitations Friday 9 to 11 at Trinity Lutheran, and then the Mass Lutheran celebration is at 11 Friday.
Thank you. Thank you. Also, I wanted to clarify, there was a comment made earlier by one of the audience members about that we're not for immigration in Danville, and that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, we've supported immigration with Viscofan and others. Legal immigration, absolutely, we support. Many of our finest community members, physicians, business owners, and others who have contributed in many ways to this community have come here lawfully, and we absolutely support that. So to say that we don't support immigration is absolutely false. And also to say, you know, these officers went overseas and did this and that and the other. These officers took their own vacation time and own personal leave time and used their own money to go and help build things. This was not a city initiative. This was not a city payment in any way. So I would think that we commend people for doing work not only here and around, but around the country. And I also happen to know that these officers have done help build things here, like Habitat for Humanity and things like that. So I just want to be clear that this was not city funding that was going to help with work overseas, although I'm certainly honored and proud of the good work and the way that our officers represented this community. I apologize. We do have need for what I hope will be a brief closed session. At this time, I would entertain a motion to Section 2C1 to discuss specific employees and Section 2C2 to discuss collective bargaining matters and salary schedules. Is there a motion to do so?
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Butler,
You call my name?
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Pritchard,
Yes.
Hightower,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns, Cooper. 12 yes.
We are adjourned to open session, to closed session. There will be no action taken afterwards.
Closer to saying no.
off on people's shoes.
Like a gas tank.
Yes, we can keep these.
Everybody better wear white
Yeah.
gloves, so.
All right, I would entertain a motion to return to open session.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Having satisfied the agenda, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we are adjourned. Have a great night, everyone.